Hello, everyone. Thank you for contributing to the RCRI validation. So first of all, the RCRI is a prediction model and stands for the Revised Cardiac Risk Index Model. And it is on non-cardiac surgery, post-surgery risk for cardiac complications. And if you'd like to read more about the RCRI model and the study protocol, we would like to refer you to the study protocol, which is mentioned in the YouTube description and also in the email that we sent you. Then if you encounter any problems with the tutorial that we are discussing today, then please reach out to us so we can come up with a fitting solution for the problem that you encounter. And another important thing to mention is that we'd like to collect the results in the next 2 weeks. So please reach out to us with the results within that time window. Then let's get started with the tutorial on how the RCRI validation works. So first of all, the GitHub page that we also mentioned in the YouTube description and in the email that we sent to you. There are two things that are important in the RCRI validation GitHub page. So the R environment log file, which I'll discuss in a bit, and then also the code to run, which I'll dive into during this video. Then first of all, the R environment log file. So you have to download this using this button. I've already done so, so I'm not going to do that again, but I'll show you how you can best organize the R log file in your path for R. So I'll go to the File Explorer, and it should be this one. Yeah, so as you can see, it's important to start an R project. And within the R project, you should also save the script for the RCRI validation, which I just showed on the GitHub page. Then also save the R environment log file within that folder. And then in R, you'll be able to activate the R log file. So I'll show you that in a second. Yeah, so let's go to R to show you that now. Yeah, so this is the script that I got from the GitHub page. Well, the first step is to download the R environment log file from the GitHub page, which we've already done. And then we should set up the working directory to the folder of the project, as just mentioned. Then you can check whether the working directory was adjusted with the libpaths function. So let's just do that. So let's just run the set working directory, and then let's check if it was correctly implemented. And then you can see that the path also leads to the R environment. Then you can use the activate function to activate the R environment, and it'll automatically restart the R session. And then you can restore the R environment log file, which you downloaded from the GitHub page earlier. And following the use of the restore function, you should restart the R session to be able to use all the packages within the R log file. So let's run the restore function. it will probably mention that it's already synchronized with the log file. Yeah, as you can see here. And then you can restart the R session with the restart function. Yeah, so then you'll be able to access all the packages within the R log file. And then once you are able to use these packages, it's important to put in the inputs to be able to run the script for the analysis. So if your database requires temp tables to be created in a specific schema, then this is relevant for you, these lines. But if this is not required for your database, then please don't look at these lines. So I'll focus on the other inputs. So first of all, the output folder. So where would you like the output to be saved? It's important to add this dot before the path for it to run smoothly. So don't forget that. And then the connection details, which are mentioned here. First of all, the dbms. So the dbms field should contain the type of dbms running on the server. So that's what you should fill in here. Then the server itself. So the server field contains the SID or host and service name. So you should fill that in here. Then the username and password, you should fill in here. And consecutively the port. So the port on the server to connect to. And the last one to fill in for the connection details is the pathToDriver. So you should fill that in here, and the pathToDriver should be a path to the folder containing the JDBC driver jar files. And once you've filled that in, you can run it, and then you'll connect to the database. Then three other important inputs, so the workDatabaseSchema, the cohortTable, and the cdmDatabaseSchema. First of all, the workDatabaseSchema. So the workDatabaseSchema is a database schema where intermediate data can be stored. Then the cohortTable. So the cohortTable is the name of the cohort table, basically. And then the cdmDatabaseSchema is the database schema containing the data in the CDM format. The last input is the minCellCount. This is set to 5 by default, meaning that values in the source data that appear less than 5 times will not appear in the final report. So once you've filled in all these inputs, you should run them, and then you're ready to run the analysis section. However, before running, it's important to fill in the name that you'd like for the work folder and the results folder. So I filled in RCRI Validation and then CCAE, as that is the database that I'm testing the script on. But of course, feel free to name it as you prefer or as you like. When you filled in all the inputs, you're ready to run the analysis part of the script. And then you will receive the results in the results folder if everything functions correctly. And you will also see a final results screen, which I can already show you because I've already tested. So it should look like this. So you should see 3 symbols in front of the cohort generator module, the cohort diagnostics module, and the patient level prediction validation module. Definitely expect different times, as it will probably take longer for you than for me, because I've tested it several times. Then another thing that would be good to show you is the folders of the results. So that would be here. So you can see that the result folder has the same name as mentioned in the script earlier. And then don't forget to deactivate your R environment after running the script. Well, thank you for listening to this tutorial. And once again, if you have any questions or if you encounter problems with running the script on your device, then please reach out to me, and then let's come up with a fitting solution so we can also include the database that you're managing in the RCRI validation study. And once again, thank you for contributing to the RCRI validation.